reason why a lot of guys, I think, don't care is because they don't see a path to happiness and a path to success. Like, there's no longer the idea that you can work hard and you can be guaranteed success. And I think that that's really where people, like, you lose a lot of people. That's a massive factor.
For people to properly live or have the will to achieve greatness.
I think also, like, as a guy, it's probably, like, very demoralizing when you see opportunities for, like, I think it's ridiculous. Like, there's a lot of opportunities that are made, like, explicitly for women. And if you're a man, you just don't have access to that opportunity. There's very few things that are in that opposite direction. And I think that it's also more socially acceptable to be hostile and negative towards men because, like, men, and this is undeniable, that if you go back 50 years, men had a tremendous advantage in culture, right? Like, culture was built by and for men. And I think that culture has improved in a lot of ways to where women are given a lot of rights and privileges that they should have had all along. But I think that also what that comes with is that there comes with, like, a lingering sense of resentment where it's like a 20-year-old guy now isn't responsible for some sort of, like, patriarchal, advantage that his great grandfather had. And so, like, you can't use the patriarchy as, like, a reason to, like, tell a guy that this is the reason why you're a loser. And I think that's what really makes a lot of guys mad, is that they're effectively, you're basically giving people original sin. You're saying, like, well, because your grandfather, great grandfather, like, whenever he grew up, he had advantages. Now, we're going to treat you badly and act like those advantages still exist. And there's, like, that lingering resentment and animosity that is culturally acceptable, I think, in a lot of cases. And you can just look at Twitter and you can see how culturally acceptable it is. Even look at mainstream media or, like, look at, like, daytime talk shows. That is extremely damaging to men's mental health. To be told that you constantly have all of these advantages and the world is handed to you whenever you exist in a world where opportunities categorically exclude you from existing.
Which is probably why 40% of young men aged 18 to 45 meet the criteria for depression, and 49% of 18 to 23-year-olds have had a thought of passing themselves in the past 2 weeks alone.
Hard really to say if that's comparable. I think that probably those numbers went up for women as well, too. I think social media and the internet's brain rot for everybody. But, I think that for guys, it also is bad. But, like, if you look at it from, like, I don't think this is a male-only problem. A lot of these issues are, like, meta-level society issues that affect men and women. Obviously, the way that you approach it for men is different. And, men and women have unique struggles. But I think also this is something, a rising tide floats all boats, or a rising tide floats all toasters in a bathtub. Anyway,
and we're seeing the symptoms of this problem